window. Good morning. I said good morning.
I didn't hear you. Did you really say it? I didn't hear you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you guys doing today? Happy bonus video?
Sure.
Sure, okay. Hopefully you guys are having a great weekend. Come on. There we go. We're going to do something we're not allowed to. Well, we are allowed to do it, but normally we wouldn't be allowed to do this. GPS keeps freaking out. Goes, no trucks allowed on this route. Are you sure you want to take this route? And I'm like, yes. It keeps asking it every now and then, and it recalculates. We're going to go through Castlegar. Well, not all the way through, but almost all the way through downtown Castlegar. No trucks are allowed down that way. I know if you look at the load, there was a lot more on. You guys will see on Thursday's video coming up, you'll see the rest of the load. It was a bit of a chaos. Actually, you'll see on Wednesday's video too. Yeah, Wednesday's video will have most of it. It's been a chaotic week.
It's been a weird week.
It has been. So, what do we do on Monday? Let's start there. Do a recap. Monday. I can't even remember.
It was my birthday.
Oh, we left Penticton. Yeah, happy birthday.
Thanks. Oh no.
We left Penticton and headed south through Oliver. That's Monday's video.
After we went to Kelowna.
After we went to Kelowna and picked up a load there. Then Tuesday, Nelson, right? Yes, Nelson. We're down a back alley in Nelson, so we left from Nelson up to Castlegar here. That's Tuesday's video. Wednesday's video is loaded in Rosedale down in the Lower Mainland with basically this load, just a little more. 3 pickups, 3 drop-offs. LTL, less than load. And then Thursday's video is Grand Forks, unloading, well, actually reloading this stuff, so just the last little bit of it, the forklift reloading, and then driving through Christina Lake and up the Paulson. A little bit of snow on the Paulson, not a lot, like maybe half a foot. For this time of year, there should be a lot more. And then Friday's video we haven't shot yet because today is Thursday, but it's probably going to be down in the US, maybe Kettle Falls, Republic, that area. I know Kettle Falls, Republic videos do well, so maybe we'll do something like that. Hopefully it's not a crazy snowstorm and we have to detour around the other way, because I'm not going over Sherman Pass if there's a crazy snowstorm.
I looked at our forecast and it just said flurries. It didn't say how much, so I don't really know how much is expected.
So it might be interesting. There is snow coming. See, here's a sign. No trucks allowed at city center. I wish they would say local traffic only or something like that, but
Local
just says,
deliveries.
yeah, local delivery only.
Yep.
But they don't, so I don't know if I'm technically breaking the law, but my understanding is we're allowed to.
How else do you get there?
How else do you get there, yeah. And coming in from the north end, there's a bridge you have to go over that I do not know how much weight that bridge can hold, so I'd rather go this way. There's another sign, no highway access via 24th. Oh, that's not, okay, never mind.
Turn left at the traffic light.
Has nothing to do with us. So trucks are allowed to go southbound here, but not northbound. My GPS is starting to freak out on me. What are you doing on this road? I told you you're not allowed
Highway
to.
3 west.
Bing, 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 bing. Stop doing what you're doing. It's not good for you. It's unhealthy. Here's another sign. No truck, city center. Max 5,000. My steer tires alone are heavier than that.
Yep.
Just my steer tires are heavier than that. No train coming. The bicycles are lit up with Christmas lights.
You should just have a camera on your GPS. It'd be funny.
Stop binging. I'm just gonna let it stay on that dead screen. Maybe.
See, reach over.
Turn right on Columbia Avenue, then take the second left.
Exit off this highway. Please turn around.
Turn left at the traffic light, then take the first right.
It's like turn right, turn left, turn wherever GPS has an opportunity to turn me around, it's going, do that.
In 400 meters, turn right on 11th Street, then take the second left.
It's one of those things where it's hard to follow her directions to the actual place, but she keeps rerouting.
Yep. I could go to car mode and just say we're driving a
Turn
car.
right on 11th Street,
Then she would stop
take the
freaking out.
second left.
I could do that.
Turn right at the traffic light, then take the third left.
Now I know the MTI driving school, we drove through the city here all the time.
Chambers is parked there, so you get through it somehow. And all these restaurants need trucks to deliver
Yep.
to them, so
But as a rule, when we're loaded, we're never going to come
Turn
through
right
here.
on 9th Street, then take the first left.
So you guys get to see Castlegar on the rare times we do come through it. It's the second cop I've seen here already.
Turn right on
When we were
8th
on
Street.
vacation, we spent another cop there, a third cop.
It
On
was-
vacation, we were up in Whitecourt, and we didn't see a single cop for 3 days straight. Not a single cop. There was such a lack of cops that we noticed them like, hey, there's just no cops
Turn
at all.
right on 7th Street, then take the first left.
Oh, I said yesterday's video I was going to put in a clip of that.
Turn right at the traffic
Oh, and
light.
you didn't.
I didn't.
Oh boy.
I didn't do that. Didn't do that.
It's nice.
Keep left.
Train?
to 13th
Yeah, it's all
Avenue.
nicely painted and everything.
I don't have time to look at train. We're delivering here on the left-hand side. The building right there. Is there anybody in there? No. Okay, perfect.
This is our CMP station.
Yeah, the cop station's right there on the left-hand side, so
Turn
we're
right on
gonna
4th
circle
Street,
around
then
it.
take the first left. Turn the traffic light, then take the second left. Turn left on 13th Avenue.
Happy now, Garmin? I mean, we still have to leave. There'll be more freakouts as we leave. This should be pretty quick. Just one lift.
Arriving at 420 to 13th Avenue on the left.
RCMP station right over here. Yeah,
Yeah.
on the right hand, left hand side.
So there's building centers on both sides of the road.
Yeah. Yard's actually pretty nice and clean today. It's nice and roomy in here. Oh, it's a train smoking in the background.
This? Oh, okay.
Scribble and scribble.
Bombay shouldn't be too much of a mess.
Over the Bombay, yeah. That took about 10 minutes. All right, I need both lanes clear, which they are. Yeah, there's some new statues here.
I actually like that one.
There's a cute little blue one here too. That's new.
A little
Turn
bear.
right on 13th Avenue.
There's more here that I don't recognize. Well, some of those might have been there before, but yeah, maybe they had a statue competition or something.
Turn left at the traffic light, then take the first right.
We change them out quite often at home, but then they get vandalized or stolen half the time.
Yep, definitely quite a bit of vandalism on statues. I don't understand why. I like that they keep changing them out. Just have all these statues all over town that artists can apply to have their statue displayed at all these spots. Yeah, that's new too.
Then
So
take the first right.
I think we never come down here, so who knows how long some of these have been here. But yeah, let artists display their statues, their artwork for a couple of months
Turn
and then
left
swap them
on
out
8th Street.
I think at home is for a year.
for a year.
I think.
Excuse me, I got the sniffles now that I went outside and back in. You know, cold, hot, cold, hot.
Turn left on 9th
It's
Street.
okay,
then
Garmin.
take the
It's
first
okay. It's okay.
right. Turn left at the traffic light, then take the third left. Turn left on 11th Street, then take the second left. Turn right on 14th Street, then take the first left.
I absolutely love when it's just leading you right back to the same road over and over.
Yeah, yeah. Turn left here, turn right there, turn. So yeah, basically the whole town is stretched out right along the Columbia River here. Little, somewhat flat plateau here.
Turn left on Hunter's Place, then take the first right.
I just love how it's just a short little section. It keeps going.
Place called Spirit Leaf.
Yeah, there's a lot of those.
When we were doing MTI truck driver training, the instructor would make us park on the back alley of that place and knock on the back door, and he would get himself his coffee or tea from
Highway
the
3
place.
West toward Grand Forks.
I need to get myself a coffee. Can you loop behind the no frills and come back, and I'll knock on the back door? And it's such a regular thing they just had. It's like, coffee's on the way, or
In 400 meters, take the ramp on the right to Highway 3 West toward Grand Forks.
Carmen, why would I go towards Grand Forks?
Take the ramp on the right to
got the right directions. Carmen's finally happy. That's another reason why it's a good tool. Definitely don't rely on it. Sunday driver in front of us.
Trying to figure out what that building is going to be.
New building going up?
Yeah.
Scale is indeed closed.
Continue on Highway 3.
Hopefully the Sunday driver turns off over here, but I have my doubts because we were following northbound or southbound through Castlegar. If they were going to turn off over here, they would have probably gone the other way through Castlegar, but we'll see. They are turning off. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but okay. Hammer down. Watch for slippery sections. Now they're out there though. Just maybe on lunch break. No, it's too early for lunch break, but maybe coffee break or something. But the scale's closed right now. It's interesting.
They open only one direction, maybe?
No, they're never open one direction. I asked them about that. They go, no, if we have the scale open, it's open all three directions.
Yeah, maybe they're in a meeting or something. That
Could be, yeah.
makes no sense.
Yeah, that sign says closed too. Pretty good time up this hill, up Bombay Pass. Honestly, I said we couldn't deliver today, but we're making such good time now. There's a small chance we could deliver today. We'll see.
It depends how long it takes for the border
Loading
paperwork.
the paperwork, yeah.
The problem is by the time you know, it's too late to reschedule or rebook you for today.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Which is fine. I'm fine with either way. The plan makes sense.
this way seems better because it's less stressful for a time crunch.
Yeah. Yeah. We still get home at a reasonable time on Friday.
I looked at Sherman Pass. As I
Oh,
mentioned.
okay, yeah, yeah.
And right now, it looks like it's getting hit pretty hard with snow. It's supposed to get half an inch tonight and then an inch tomorrow or something. I don't know. Then 2 to 4 inches the day after. Even right now, it looks like it'd be a little bit sketchy to go on.
We may go a long way around. The long way around is a long way around.
I'll show you when we have cell service and when you're stopped up to load.
Yeah, we'll make that decision tomorrow morning, but yeah.
Like looking at it right now, it's the most snowy pass we've seen in a while.
If Sherman Fat Pass is a no-go, then yeah, we gotta take quite the detour. Which I don't get paid the miles for the detour. But I'll still take the detour if it's going to be, because that's a crazy pass. Steep, long, steep pass. It's pretty sketchy for a big rig if there's a snowstorm up there.
And it's pretty remote, so if you need help, you're kind of going to have to wait a while.
Yeah. Detour would require us to drive all the way south to Spokane and loop around that way, I believe.
Wouldn't it be worth just coming straight north here and then?
Not necessarily all the way. You go follow the Columbia River down and then go down that way. If there's a snowstorm on Patterson Hill, I'd honestly rather just go south and go around. If there's a snowstorm up Patterson Hill or Bombay or this wouldn't be Bombay, but Paulson, why not just skip all the passes? But if you go down, follow the Columbia River south to Creston, U, Washington, go down, loop around that way through Cooley Dam, there's a lot less steep passes that way. We'll see.
At least you have a heads up right now.
Yeah. There's a chance we take the scenic route on Friday. Load, but he's moving pretty quick. I think I've got enough room to get by him. Yeah, definitely.
I know where he came from.
Yeah, he came from KMT.
Yep.
Plus the Gulf of Mass Timber. I wouldn't, because when I put my straps in there, they'd be in the way. So, but yes, good reminder.
There's more to this load in your toolbox. Sometimes that surprises us. We'll get random stuff, and it's like, oh, there's a big box. We have to figure out where to put it.
I think I've only ever forgotten once to not deliver something that was in a toolbox. So as a rule, I like to put them right above where my straps go. When I unload the load, I'm like, oh yeah, right, I have to pull this box out to put my straps away, right?
I think a lot of companies, though, they're like, oh, you're supposed to have this passenger seat where you can put stuff.
Which I do sometimes when you're not with.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just like boxes of screws or nails or whatever.
Can't make make it past this guy, so we'll just start slowing down here.
I remember the one time we had a chainsaw.
Yep, had a chainsaw on the truck for a couple of days. Starting to see a couple of snowflakes.
Yep. I noticed that as well.
He puts a twist in his straps too.
Oh, that smells really fresh.
That is very, yeah, if it's definitely a strong wood pine smell there. Stop in Summit and Salmo, unload this, grab some washer fluid, and hand in my paperwork, and cross the street, load at Porcupine.
I would do that differently.
Wow.
Unload, reload, go back across the street because you know your paperwork takes a while.
Probably I'm going to fuel up too. That's probably a good idea.
Well, kind of the rule is you have an hour for your paperwork before you can cross the border. And we're pretty close to the border.
Yeah, very close to the border.
So we usually have time to kill. Easier to do a quick unload, reload, and then come back and do all the little things.
That's a good point. See? It's a reason why you come with. Okay, quick brake check and then hammer down again. Rule is always pull all the way to the end of the brake check because you have no idea how many trucks will be in the brake check by the time you're done with yours.
I'm just seeing if it's a semi or not.
Yeah, it's a semi coming back there, so they have to pull in. 2 semis.
-5 out.
That's another thing. Whenever you see someone running the brake check, I assume a semi coming up behind me is going to pull into the brake check. So I pull out in front of semis, and all of a sudden there's a guy that blows by at full speed. It can be very dangerous because you just assume that guy's slowing down and coming in. Come down at full speed. None of this coming down slow. We're light.
I remembered something.
What did you remember?
We have a question for Louie.
What question do we have for Louie?
About radios.
Oh, yeah. He can program them here?
Yeah.
If I see him, I'll ask him. He's not in every day.
Oh. At least I remember now.
Yep.
the A schedule and B schedule.
Yeah. Yesterday editing the video, so aggravating because I couldn't get the audio synchronized
So you forgot your test.
because I forgot to say test at the beginning of the video. Did I do it for this one? I sure hope so.
Yep.
And at the end, it ended up being 1/10 of a second out, not synchronized, and it's basically unlistenable, unwatchable. Having that echo 1/10 of a second makes that garbled garbage. All it takes is 1/10 of a second not lined up. Nice little pass, but it's one of the first ones you'll spin out in the winter.
Yep. It surprises you. You want to avoid it if you can in the winter when it gets really bad.
Yeah. If it's really bad, we'll just detour through Nelson. Because detouring through Nelson takes, 10 minutes longer? And it avoids you crawling up the mountain with chains on all the way up and over, which will take a lot more than 10 minutes.
And then you have people spun out and stuff.
Yeah, if you've got trucks spun out and all of a sudden the road's closed, yeah, it's just not. It's worth doing the detour. Square up with the road so I can see if there's traffic coming from the right hand side. It's a bit of a blind corner. just coming back south over here, crossing the border here. No, the other way. Medellin Falls, yes. Crossing the border that way. Yes, that would make sense. My brain failed me there for a second. Seems like such a desolate place. Over here, there's just lots of trees and lots of rocks, and lots of mountains. I remember going on vacation through here, and when you're not realizing that the towns you drive through are actually all off the main highway, where you just see these little tiny communities, it's like there's nothing here. But if you start going a little off the road, it's like there are towns and people that live here, but if you just take the main highway through here, it's just desolate.
You're explaining pretty much the prairies.
That's true too. Yeah.
The prairies are very deceiving.
If you drive through without looking at the map, it seems like there's nothing anywhere near you. No humans.
I mean, Hope is that way. Princeton's that way.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of
Lots of towns like that.
yeah. Summerland and Peachland.
And yeah, you still go through a lot of these towns, so kind of on the edges of them. Even Castlegar, you go through it and go.
Penticton's a prime example.
You stay on the outskirts even there. Yeah.
You don't realize what's in town.
Yeah, I think Penticton is missing out a lot on tourism thanks to Channel Parkway. Everybody bypasses the main town.
The ironically is the property where people can build out there, like commercial property on the channel.
Yeah.
They're probably asking too much, but you would get so much more business if you just did that.
Salmo here. Just have to drive a couple of kilometers north and then we'll call it a day.
Just safety meeting stuff.
Dude, you're like halfway off the highway. Depending on where I guess you're not coming with next week.
No.
So the coming week Jess is with, but the week after Jess is not coming with.
Time travel.
Yeah, time travel. So I guess depending on where this load goes in Kamloops, I'll take the connector Highway 5 if it's on the west end of Kamloops. Most likely this is going on the east end of Kamloops, and that would may go up to Vernon and then head that way.
at the snow forecast and decide. There may be a chance you don't want to be on the connector.
Yeah, there's a good chance of that. Welcome to Salmo. So if you just drive through, you see a couple of houses here, and then as soon as you're past this intersection, they just stop. But the old highway used to go into town
Turn left
and then
on
through
Highway
town.
6. In 6 kilometers, arrive at Sokostamo Yard on the right.
I don't know where they came from. Lots of snow in that trailer.
Yeah, definitely lots of snow. And then I guess this is Main Street right there. Yeah, that's Main Street. So the highway went down that way to the right-hand side through town. Here's the hotel that burnt down. It looks like they've put some plastic over the top to preserve it, some weather, so we don't get weather damage. Maybe they're planning on rebuilding it? Sutco's like, I guess it's not even Sutco, but the home office for the Sutherland Group is like 5 kilometers north of Salmo. So we were talking about this yesterday, I think. It's like, where is home office for Sutco? And I think the way they've laid things out and restructured, home office for Sutco is now in West Kelowna. That's where the president of Sutco is. And that always just seems like that is where all the dispatchers for Sutco, a lot of the dispatchers for Sutco, most of the Sutco stuff happens in West Kelowna. That's the home office. I think this old original home office has just been switched over to the Sutherland Group home office, which is the parent company of it all.
Yep.
And actual Sutco home office is in West Kelowna.
There's still some staff members over here, but I think
Yeah, there's some Sutco staff members
But I
here,
think
some
the
dispatchers.
way when you read the ad reads, all the opening positions are very clear
To be
what.
West, yeah, depending on what position, yeah.
Yeah, you won't see them offered over here anymore for Sutco.
And like payroll, I believe, is still one person for all the companies.
I don't know. They're still trying to figure out the structuring. It doesn't make sense to us otherwise.
Company is definitely restructuring. Seems like a nice, slow little restructuring, but it's definitely restructuring. Honestly, it seems like the Southern Group is more and more becoming a real estate investment company because of all the real estate they keep buying, investing in apartment buildings and blasting companies and tugboat companies, logging companies, like everything. Gravel companies. It's like there's investments all over the place.
1 kilometer. Arrive at Castlegar Yard on the right.
I wonder what they're gonna do though. I wouldn't like my employer to be my landlord.
Yeah, that'd be a little weird too.
So I wonder how they're gonna
I don't know.
separate that.
All right, guys, I'm gonna pull in here and call it a day. So thank you guys so much for all your support. Really, really appreciate it. I talked about it on Thursday's video. We're now below $4,000 debt. It's $3,970 some dollars. You guys are a huge portion of that, so thank you. Really, really appreciate it. At the rate we're going right now, and if unlikely we're going to stay at this rate, but we'd have it paid off in a year. Is that Louis down there? I think so.
I don't know.
Truck parked over there. I think we can manage the little wiggle waggle through there. Don't pull forward. Not yet. Let me get through. Okay, all good. All right, we're out of here. You guys rock.
Adios.